Hello, and thank you for stopping by to yet another edition of the Massachusetts Beer Reviews program here on YouTube. My name is Thomas Metal75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Reviews. And who is this Viking-looking gentleman? He is from Fox Farm Brewery in Salem, Connecticut. He represents the Hemhold Munich-style dunkel lager at 5.3%. ABV. This canning was done on October the 15th, 2025. Normally, you would think of Fox Farm Brewery for their spontaneous and wild ales and farmhouse ales. So, little nice, darker style lager. Sounds very unique and interesting. This was about the $4 range, just a little shy of $4. I bought 2 cans of this. I haven't had this one before. I don't think I tried it at the brewery when I was there on November 14th, 2025 recently. But let's crack it open, see what he, the Viking here, is all about. In a style of glassware, the internet says, is a Willie Beecher. That's the glassware for a Munich-style dunkel, and it looks something like this guy. So let's see how she performs the Hemhold Munich-style dunkel. All right. Let's get a look at the Hemhold from Fox Farm, their Munich-style dunkel lager. This one is definitely looks dark black in the glass on camera here. I don't know if it's going to translate very well, but it is a really, really super dark mahogany kind of a red color with a nice khaki, 2 fingers just about, of really nice frothy looking head. Yeah, nice dark mahogany red color. Smells in here. There's a little bit of a chocolatey note. Just a little bit. I'm getting some nice cereal grain. A toasty, bready note. There's like an oaty kind of a nosing in there. Brown bread. Toffee. Some caramels. Some light coffee notes. Like a medium roasted coffee, like a blonde coffee with the cream. There may be a touch of a darker fruit. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a raisin, in there. I wanted to say like a dried citrus. Maybe not. No, maybe the darker dried fruit, like a raisin or a plum kind of thing. There's definitely a bitterness I'm getting in the smell as well, if that makes any sense. Maybe that's the coffee-like, toasty, malty element to it. Yeah, it smells really good. Let's give this Viking a try, shall we? The Hemhold Munich-style dunkel. Salud. Or should I say Prost? Got a nice zing of carbonation. There's definitely a chocolatey note in there, almost like a cocoa powder. So yeah, there's a nice cocoa powdery note. There's some toasty, bready malt notes in there. I'm definitely getting some oats. I don't know what kind of malts they're using. I don't know what kind of grains they're using. They didn't mention it on their website for Fox Farm Brewery. Definitely a touch of a bitterness in the background. Almost like a dark coffee. Or like a cold brew coffee, kind of a bitter element to it, just a little bit. There are some very light vanilla kind of notes in there, or vanilla, should I say, notes in the beer. It's more prickly, carbonated than it is creamy, but the head is still retaining some creamy qualities for sure. There's a little bit of an ashy flavor to this as it finishes, and then it dries. It's got a nice dry quality to it, like you would want from a lager yeast strain brewed beer. I would say a medium. I would say a medium on the lighter side, but closer to medium on the body of the beer. It's crisp. It's pretty clean. I think it's pretty super refreshing, honestly. Maybe a little heavy on the carbonation bite, or how it's feeling in the mouthfeel for it to be something that could be, you know, super crushable, but the drinkability is pretty high on this, regardless. Did it mention the crispness, the carbonation is pretty, I feel like it's pretty high. There's a touch of a minerality, or I don't want to say a well-watery thing, but I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at in its flavor. This is a pretty good Munich-style dunkel. There's definitely, after that ashy quality in the finish, there's definitely some residual malty sweetness that sticks around. So as dry as it is, maybe a better terminology you could say is it's going along the, it's toting the line of semi-sweet and dry. I think after a little couple of seconds here, the dry, the ashy, the a little bitter kind of coffee notes turn into some of the more, or you get left after that with some of the residual malty sweetness, just a little bit of it. So yeah, maybe it's on the semi-dry side, but it's pretty dry for the most part. So interesting. The only thing I don't really like 100% is that ashy kind of a almost a little bit bitter aspect in the finish. But other than that, this is pretty nice beer. Not my favorite beer of all time. It's certainly not my favorite Fox Farm beer I've ever had. But I will give this beer overall I'm thinking 87 out of 100. Yeah, 87 out of 100 will work for the Hemhold Munich-style dunkel. If that ashy, a little bit bitter, or what's the word, astringent kind of a finish could be rounded out a little bit. Maybe more caramels and toffees in that finish. And then dry. Nah, then we'd be talking. But still pretty good beer. I would buy it again. But I'd like to try some other things the next time I get an opportunity to try more Fox Farm beers. So this is the Hemhold. Once again, their Munich-style dunkel. And let's give it one more sip. 87 out of 100. And until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. We will see you soon. Bye.